Meditation is a habit I struggled to cultivate for many years. I always found myself going back and forth. Sometimes I would be very consistent, and then other times I would go months without doing it at all. But every time I heard about all the amazing benefits of meditating, I would feel motivated and excited and try again. And that's because there are thousands of studies that show the positive impact meditation has on our mental and physical health. So there were countless reasons for me to keep trying. And finally, after a year and a half of practicing it consistently, I think I can safely say it's a well-established habit of mine. So today I want to share some tips on how I was able to achieve that and meditate daily. I think our minds like what's familiar. So with any habit, it's very helpful to do it at the same time and same place. With repetition, the habit becomes second nature and something you do without giving it much thought, kind of like brushing your teeth. I personally meditate in the morning before starting my day. This way I ensure it gets done. I won't be interrupted, and I also have a designated area in the room where I meditate every single day. So I recommend finding a time and a place that works for you and stick to it. If you want to establish a daily meditation habit, consistency is key. So I recommend starting small. When I was first getting started, I set a goal to meditate for 5 minutes every day, and then I gradually increased that over time. But if 5 minutes sounds like a daunting task to you, start with 1 minute. Everybody has 1 minute. For me, it's more important to meditate every day, even if that means 1 to 5 minutes, than to meditate for 30 minutes only like once a month. So start small and slowly increase your time as you work to establish a consistent meditation practice. My next tip is do whatever you need to make yourself comfortable. When meditating, it's recommended to either sit cross-legged on the floor or in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. The important thing is you sit up tall with your back straight. But when I was first getting started, it was really hard for me to focus on the practice because my legs would go numb or my back would start hurting, and then I wouldn't even look forward to meditating. So I invested in a meditation cushion, and it's made all the difference. Now I can sit comfortably for an extended period of time without a problem. Other ways to make yourself comfortable might be to have a blanket, or maybe you want to set the mood by lighting a candle. Do whatever you need to make this comfortable and something you look forward to. Meditation is a practice of focused attention. It involves bringing yourself back to the present moment over and over again. And there are many techniques that can help you achieve that, so I encourage you to explore and find what works best for you. A very common technique is to be the observer of your thoughts. Just see what comes up, but don't get attached. Every time a thought comes up, practice gently letting it go. You could also focus on your breath and feel the breath as it comes in and out of your body. In the beginning, you might find it helpful to count your breaths as you do this too. Count up to 10 and then start over again. Another technique that's worked really well for me is to focus on the sensations in my body. So it can be feeling my belly rise and fall, or focusing on the sensations in my hands or feet. This really helps me let go of thinking altogether, and then once I'm no longer identified with my mind, I can move deeper into my practice. Remember that your mind will inevitably wander off, especially in the beginning. So don't judge yourself. This is why we're practicing meditation in the first place. Simply return your attention to the present moment by using whatever technique you picked. And in the beginning, it can be very challenging to quiet your mind, so don't be afraid to use your resources. There are so many free ones, from guided meditations to meditative music, using apps, podcasts, and even YouTube. My personal favorite is the Insight Timer app. They have thousands of free guided meditation sessions, as well as a timer if you want to meditate on your own. Another tool I found extremely valuable when I was first getting started was the Muse headband. It's kind of like having a meditation coach because it gives you instant feedback. So it connects to your phone via Bluetooth, you wear it while you meditate, and it measures how calm or how active your mind is during your meditation session. So if your mind is calm, you'll hear peaceful weather sounds. And if your mind starts to drift off and you start thinking too much, the weather will get intense, kind of like a thunderstorm, and that's what reminds you to come back to the present moment. It is a bit pricey, but if it's within your budget, I think it's such a helpful tool to have. And this is something I still use, which brings me to my next tip. To keep this an ongoing practice, I like to switch things up and try different techniques and different resources. So some days I'll meditate using the headband, other days I'll follow a guided meditation, or sometimes I'll just set a timer and practice watching my thoughts. And there are also many other ways to dive deeper into your practice, but for the purpose of this video, I'll leave it at that. The point is, keep it interesting and find different ways to cultivate your practice. The goal of meditation is to be able to take the skills we learn in our practice and then apply them in our daily lives. So my final tip is to make meditation a way of life. Start bringing awareness into your everyday activities. See everything as if you were seeing it for the first time. Notice the little things, the colors, the sounds, the smells. What do things feel like? The most mundane tasks are some of the greatest opportunities to practice this. And then when those challenging situations in life come up, because they will, you'll be able to respond to them in a much better way. So whatever you do, be present in every moment. Establishing a daily meditation habit requires patience and determination. So I like to remind myself that meditation works like a muscle. The more I exercise it, the stronger it gets. So let your meditation practice be a journey and a guide to help you find more peace and happiness in your life, because there's no better place to be than right here, right now. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.